Hey guys, today we have the new G6 Dome. This just got released here 2 days ago, I think, and it already showed up, which is very nice. So this G6 Dome comes in at $279 MSRP. It is also available for the partner program. So if you are affiliated with a distribution group, you can get it for a little bit cheaper. Yeah, let's get cracking into it. It has a 8 megapixel sensor, 4K. I believe it does 30 FPS. And we'll go over the specs a little bit later in the dashboard once I get it there. But let me readjust the camera and then we'll get this unboxed. Okay guys, so here's the box. It's probably it's almost a cube per se. It's probably 6 by 5, it's pretty close. 6 by 5 box. It has a little pull tab on here, so let's listen to it. Oh, that was great. Okay, shove that off to the side. Open it up. Obviously, QR code for the installation guide. And right out of the gate, there is the dome face, and there it is. This is actually very. I don't know how to describe durable looking. It has a little shroud over it. It's a little plastic shroud. And here, I'm gonna slide it out. Here is the camera. Now, this actually weighs a decent bit. Probably comes in at around 2 pounds or so, I'd give or take. It does have some security screws, so like your typical dome, other than Ubiquiti you would see. You got a little UI logo. And there you go. So it does have a pass-through port, so it's not like plugged in on here. It actually goes through into the camera, and we'll pop this open here in a second. Let's push it off to the side. Let's look at what else is in the box. So you got a mounting plate. I got some actually foam around here as well. It's a little mounting plate, a little hardware kit, or looks like a bracket actually. So let's just slide this out, open this up. So you got probably a drop ceiling mount plate to go like on top of it to kind of sandwich it. And here is the plate itself. So similar to all Ubiquiti products where you have the little lock here, little finger lock that will snap into place on the back, and it's a twist lock. Okay, let me put that back right there and slide that over. What else you get in the box is, looks like some screws, or screwdriver actually, security bit screwdriver to unscrew the dome top. What else you got? The little fork key right there to undo to slide it out from the mounting plate. Here we have the drop ceiling screws. And here is just some normal screws with some drywall anchors. Under here, just some documentation. And then I'm gonna pull this guy out. I can't pronounce that. This is the disinfectant? What is it? Oh, interesting. So they're including these with these ones. So what this is a dry pouch. So like a silica packet that you get in pretty much all electronic devices now to keep moisture out. This will actually go inside the camera to prevent moisture on like the lens from filling up. So I'm not gonna take that out of the package because I don't want it to absorb anything right now, because I'm not gonna deploy this right away. So I'm gonna set that over. You get also an Allen wrench with the Ubiquiti logo right there. Or hex wrench technically. Interesting. That's new. Never seen that before. Oh, probably because of this. This is a pipe flange. It looks probably about, I want to say a ½ inch. Well, give or take a ½ inch. And here we have some different tips for the the cable gland for moisture. So let's push that off to the side. I don't want to lose that, so I'll put that back in there. And let's get opening on the camera. So let me undo this box real quick, or bag. And it looks like it's not a security bit. It is a just a normal T, probably like, is it smaller or bigger? I don't know, but it's pretty small star bit. So let's open this up and I'll fast forward once I get this undone. Okay, so got that undone. There is a like a drop protector, so if in case you like unscrew this, it's on the ceiling, it can stay attached to the camera. So here we actually have the lens. So it is a pivot, and you can twist it on the actual face itself, and then you can twist. You can't twist the body, but you can twist the top part. So, and it tilts backwards, forwards, etc. Right here is a 10100 port, and it is PoE plus. Let's keep that in mind. Here's where, so right here is where the cable gland will actually fit through, right here, just like that. And then your cable will go through there. Slide it out. And then I'm presuming that this fits on top of here. Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, this is to crimp it down. Yeah, I'm surprised they give you a hex key for that. Interesting. Okay. Put that back there. What else do we have? It looks like some pads, probably for screws right here to take it off the plate, and just a little reset hole. I'm not sure where, there is a microphone on the camera. I'm not sure where it is. It's probably either right here, and that's where the discantant will go for moisture barrier. Either that's the microphone, or let's see. So I'm wondering if these are IR blasters and that's a microphone. I guess we'll plug it in and we'll see. But let's get this plugged in and then see what it lights up to. Okay, got an Ethernet cable. I'm gonna plug this in and we're gonna see which lights up. So that is the light up there. So these must be microphone and IR, or IR is on the camera. I'll have to double check. Actually, no, I think the IR is right here on the glass face, plastic face. And then these are probably speaker or microphone, probably just microphone. But let's go over to the console. I'm gonna move this over to where the cows are to see how good it'll be. All right, give me one moment.
Okay guys, so I'm back here at the computer. I'm in the portal. I already see it showed up. It says G6 Dome. Let's go and click adopt. I don't know how long this will take. Probably already has an image, so let's see. Is it gonna have an update already? No, I'm surprised. First, oh, I lied. Yep, there it goes. All right, it always has an update. I thought for once it wouldn't have an update. Okay, I'll wait for this to update, probably about 3 minutes, and that's the version firmware, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, it's updated. It took 2 rounds of updates in order for it to finish, so it took about 6-7 minutes or so. But here we got it. As you can see, G6 Dome, device version, it jumped all the way up to 5.0.118. Mac, IP frames, it is 30 FPS. 16 megabits for bitrate, and your uptime. So let's see, record settings. I'm gonna see exactly what AI detections it has. So it looks like aminal face, license plate, person and vehicle. So the license plate, on my last G6 PTZ, did not think it had license plate LPR recognition. So at least probably not yet. I'll have to confirm that. I'll post a little thing down below. And your standard audio detections, spin around, recording resolution 4K, 2K HD, overlay, retention. So yeah, adaptive. Records in low quality when no activity is detected, automatically switches to high quality during motion or smart detections. Interesting. So probably if like this is like on a like a 4G LTE with a VPN back, maybe that's when you would want to use adaptive. Otherwise, I don't see a purpose of adaptive unless you're going over really long length cable, which you shouldn't do anyways, unless if it's properly done. Interesting. Well, cool. Obviously settings, G6 Dome, image tuning, IR and IR LED, IR filter only, so it has both. Our TSP and live stream, so standard stuff. All right, let's go into the overview. Let's get connected. So I have it on top of the shelf like I did on the G6 PTZ, so it's going to be a little bit, I can't really do a good test per se. Obviously there's no optical zoom in, but this is kind of what it looks like, and it's pretty clear. As you can see, the outside of the windows have water stains on them. We have hard water in Idaho. You can already see a person walking by there. Let's see if, so there is more. Yeah, because on the G6 PTZ, there's definitely not a license plate because I've been playing around with the G6 a lot. Which I got that filmed and I'm just editing it still currently. So yeah, no, it does. The G6 PTZ does not have license plate at the moment. Probably in a future firmware update, it'll be available. Snapshot settings, so you can do privacy blackouts. This is obviously just for recording. You can still see it's not a true blackout, like it doesn't show anything. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna remove that. Crossing lines. So this is, you can trigger alarm status if say a person crosses or a thing crosses over the line, and have it do maybe with the new speaker that they just brought out, or triggering an event like a PTZ to zoom in or to a preset. Cancel that. And it can actually, wow. I'm actually surprised it picked that up, which is, I want to say those are probably about 100. I'm retracing the steps in my head. I want to say it's probably like 100, 150 feet away for these two. It's not getting this far one that's over here, but it is correct on it. That's a truck and a sedan. And I think that is the correct colors too. This one's white, doesn't know that yet. And this is idle time too, which is interesting. So that's working really good well. Obviously you can adjust the different settings, the frequency, so 50 hertz if you're over in Europe or other countries that have a 50 hertz power, and or 60 hertz. Auto rotate, you can do horizontal flip. So if it's like on a certain area, you need to flip flop it, and or a vertical flip, which will rotate it if it can't figure out the exact setting. It's on the ceiling or etc. or on the wall. But so far so good. And I did pull up the settings, so let's get out of this. There isn't much to that anymore. So I pulled up on the settings, so it does have a wide field of view. 109.9 gets FM. Yeah. It's so basically 110 degrees, 4K, 1.18 sensor, so it allows more light in than their previous ones, 8 megapixels. The IR is in that little black sheath that I showed earlier. It's not on one of these. So these are probably the microphones actually I showed. And 30 meters, 98 feet, light sensor to tell it when to turn on and off for the IR, reset hole, RJ45, and I was correct about that little gland. I'm surprised they actually give you a hex key in that, which is really nice. It is IP66 rated and tamper resistant up to IK10. The black one isn't available yet. And the white is still available at the time of filming this. Of course, black is never released with the white. I don't know why. Probably different molds, different timelines, etc. But it is Q3 July, then on out for whenever it gets released. But I'm impressed by the camera as the multi-tops AI engine. It is part of the UniFi partner program. So if you have a distributor, you go through like Streakway, for example, then you can get discounts on the camera, or it'll probably be a little cheaper. So far, yeah, guys, I think this is a pretty solid camera for the price, the durability. It is an all aluminum chassis. It's no plastic other than the dome, but it's a polycarbonate, so it's durable. But yeah, no. If you're interested in hiring us, guys, then you can reach out at mvnisp.net. All right, guys, have a good one. Later.